here with Bella. And Bella, a little feisty this morning. As we were coming out this morning, I had her off lead, took her outside. We're just coming to this spot to work. You can see she's pretty distracted easily. Come on, come on, come on. But we were walking down and she came up to me and she started to bite at my knees. And so I think a lot of people ask, you know, what do you do about a puppy that nips? Come on, come on, come on. Come on. So let me just reel her in here. I don't want to reel her in too long because I know how she is right now. Good girl. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. So I like to tell them hurry up when they go into the bathroom. It just gets in their head and it speeds up the process next time I want her to go. So when we were coming out, she's nipping and biting at my knee. And so I didn't freak out about it. I didn't respond much to it. I simply walked into her and walked into her and walked into her. And every time I could see she was gonna lunge out and nip at it, and I just literally bump into her. And so about 3 bumps and she went, I don't think I wanna bump this. I don't wanna nip at this guy anymore. It kind of hurts. So I don't respond or react or freak out. I just changed the situation to be a little less comfortable for her doing that, and all of a sudden she's taught herself don't do it. So I'm going to show you a little bit of heel work. Our goal is get her to kind of leave this lead, get used to this lead, not want to have to do that, nip, bite, chew. Come on. So in order to do that, we keep them moving. Come on, come on. And really we're just bouncing them along. I want her in position. I don't put any pressure on her. When she's out of position, I either turn and go the other way, or I tap her. So she's in good position there. You can see how loose it is. She gets out of position there and I turn. Come on. And I go the other way. And you can see she goes, oh boy, that was real uncomfortable. Good. And she's a little apologetic about it. Good. And she's also really paying attention. Good. So we're using that adjustable leader. This is going to be our tool that we're going to use to transition her off lead. Come on, come on. But now notice where her eyes are, and notice when I turn where her focus is. Her body language has completely changed. That kind of shook her up a little bit. Come on. But just that quickly, her boldness comes back. Come on. So I have to really be delicate to try to keep this out of her mouth. Come on. Good. Sit. Sit. Good. Good. Now this is one thing I'm going to start doing, is working into just being able to separate myself from her. A little bit of a remote sit. Ease back into her. Be careful not to come in too hot and pressure her to move. And then praise her when they're done. Very good. So that was a really nice little remote sit. Bella, heel. Little bump to get her feet moving. Good. 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 And you can almost see she's licking at my knee now. I turn, she comes with. Good. Nose up, nose up, nose up. I don't want that nose down. That's partially why I'm on the gravel. Sit. Good. This sit is what we're developing at feeding times. That time I'm going to actually set the lead down, and that might have been a little ambitious. Good. So as I move in, I pressure her off of that without having to touch her. I slide back in. Good. I reach out here instead of down by her. Bella, heel. And I move her off. Good. Remember, this is the second day we've put her on a lead. So I'm going to be pretty short and sweet with it, but I want to start getting her used to it. Normally I'd be a little bit doing this a little earlier, but we didn't get her till she was about 14 weeks. Come on, come on, come on. Good, come on. And I don't think she'd been on a lead at that point. See, there's where she reaches out and grabs my knee, and so that correction was what I do. Watch that last thing. She nipped me, she put her face back up there, and I just kept walking. I didn't go out of my way to hurt her or hit her. I just kept my pace going, and she learned, get out of the way of that. Don't go bite on his leg, it's moving. Sit, sit, good, good. Good. Praise replaced the kibble. We haven't really been giving her kibble to sit anymore. Good. I add a little bit of time. I've got the end of this, so if she decides she wants to scoot, I can correct it real quickly with this, with just a light tap. Good. I'm always careful when I circle back to her. Don't walk right into her. She'll move. Good. You can see these mosquitoes are terrible. Good. Bella, heel. Little bump, and then she's moving. That's it for today. I mean, this has been a really nice little short lesson. This is all the longer it needs to be. Sit, sit. And we went from coming outside under a little bit of lack of control, nipping at my knee, kind of really free running. You saw when we started out here before, I had her sitting before the camera rolled, and then shortly before the camera rolled, she got a little squirrely on me. So just reel her back in. I think we panic. I'm seeing some people with some puppies that are sending me a lot of messages, and they're panicking. Oh my God, she's not doing it perfectly. What do I do now? Well, you freaking out makes them a little frantic as well. So I think you got to realize it's not that big of a deal. Just take control. Taking control doesn't mean you have to be real dominant and pushing them around. It's all about, I think personally, it's about respect and trust, and then building up some confidence in these guys. I think they make the right decisions if they know what the decisions they should make are. I think the problem is they don't know, because a lot of people are too inconsistent, and you allow them to do stuff sometimes and expect them not to do it the next time, and that just doesn't work. So consistency has to be there. Your expectations can't vary to a degree. Now they'll intensify, or you can ask a little more of them as they get a little bit older, but you got to be realistic there too. So there's a lot of moving parts there. You know, it's just good trainers just develop good feel for timing and progress and all that stuff. So can you do it? Absolutely, but you got to commit. You got to commit to trying to understand it instead of just expecting to have things happen. And I kind of sound frustrated, and maybe I'm not frustrated, but maybe a little bit, because I've got several people, different individuals that are following us on Instagram and Facebook, and some of them are really struggling with their dogs, and I can sense it. It's frustrating to me because I want to say, just chill out. Just chill out, relax, and your dog is doing just fine. And you can't make comparisons. That's another thing. People are going to watch these videos and go, well, my dog didn't do that, I'm frustrated. So what? There's things she's doing that your dog isn't. And I'm not frustrated about it. And I'm not going to let it get me down. We'll all get there in the end if we all kind of stay on the course. So here's my speech for the morning. So, okay, well, that's it. We're going to be done with her. I'm going to go up and I'm going to feed her. We're going to try to go live here yet this week, do an update live, and then we'll have some interaction and talking. But we're going to continue documenting. I want Ben to film a lot of the stuff. I'm actually going to go slower with her, because there's things that I would work on with her that I'm choosing not to, because I don't have Ben to film it. And I really want you to see the process develop. Once I start showing you stuff, come on, I may be doing it a few times a day without the camera, and just getting extra repetition in. But I'm going to try not to do anything new without a camera on it. Keep in mind, she's teething. So, oh, you want to show this, Ben? She lost her little tooth. Yesterday it was a dirty little tooth right there, and now it's not. So, you can see she's starting to get these little pearly whites in. So, we're not retrieving. As teeth fall out daily here. Now, she'll be done with them pretty quick. A couple weeks, we'll be back to doing little retrieves. And I'm kind of looking forward to that, because she's just showed so much natural talent in that department. So it'll be kind of exciting for me. But we keep the gravel out. She'll be back inside. We'll feed her, and then she'll go back into the kennel. And I'll be place training her down at the shop today. So that's it for this one, and it just kind of keeps going.
Drive on, and I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned